Trapped under a huge tree, one woman's Sunday stroll turns into a terrifying ordeal. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Dow.
And I'm Andrea Fujii. The woman was stuck for half an hour before rescue crews could save her. The large tree came crashing down on El Lado in Glendale, not far from the 210 freeway. CBS 2's Greg Mills is live in Glendale, where he spoke to someone who witnessed it all. Greg.
Andrea actually talked to two witnesses, a mom and her daughter. Check out this car that was crushed by this tree. And then over here is where this woman was just out for a Sunday walk, and the tree slammed down on her.
You heard this crack, and I saw the woman kind of step back, rock back just enough and cover her head, and the tree was on her.
This tree, look at the damage heavy branches did to this car. You see the clothes in there? Right in front of that is the branch that crashed down on the legs of a woman. A woman Melissa Walch didn't recognize, but had just seen taking a Sunday stroll around this cul-de-sac, El Lado Drive in Glendale.
And she just kept screaming, "Get it off me, get it off me."
They couldn't. The Walch family and their neighbors tried.
We had 4 men and a jack trying to lift it off of her, and there was no way, which in hindsight was probably a good thing. The weight of the tree was most likely acting like a tourniquet.
She said the woman had compound fractures in both legs. The right leg looked worse than the left. From the crack of the tree until EMTs were able to get her and go was about 30 minutes, Walch estimates. Firefighters used inflatable devices to lift the tree off that woman. Here, Walch points out where the woman was and then how close her kids were when it happened. Her kids were taking the dogs for a walk, were maybe 15 feet away.
We heard the crack and I looked up, and you could just see the lady like trying to cover her head, and then she just disappeared.
She said one of their dogs darted into the street as they came out, delaying them for a few seconds. Otherwise, they would have been right about here when the tree crashed down.
Yes, I consider ourselves very lucky and thankful that, we didn't.
So if the dog hadn't run out in the road, that might have been you.
Yes, it would have. So.
Her mom says they have pleaded with the city to cut these leaning, protected live oak trees down, worried something like this would happen sometime.
I'm incredibly worried about my children, and we've lost one child already, and I'm not losing another. I'm not.
They lost a baby daughter to sudden infant death syndrome. These are the trees that really concern her, the trees that are leaning over, and she has a number of those on her property right now. They've talked to the city, and they'll be talking to the city again this week about those trees because she is very, very worried. Andrea, Peter, back to you two.